This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. We are going to be discussing about DAX functions, right? We had seen string functions. Yesterday, we understood the logical functions. And today, let us understand date and time functions. Then we have math and statistical functions and filter functions and time intelligence functions. So today we'll complete date and time functions. Now, I wanted to quickly open Power BI desktop and let us understand the functions. So what are the functions we have? So we have year, quarter, month, week, day, end of month, date, diff, right? So we have and calendar calendar auto. Then we have date, format, today, now. So we had used the format function unknowingly yesterday, right? So if you wanted to get month name or day name, we were using format function. So we'll discuss all these functions as part of date and time functions. Okay, these functions are pretty much easy, and I think we have three more. One is called math and statistical. So this will be on Monday, and the filter function is on Tuesday. Then time intelligence on Wednesday, because tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we don't have classes. Clear? And you will get a new meeting ID by Saturday or Sunday. If you don't get it, please ping me without fail. Okay, please ping me without fail and mention your batch number, saying that Power BI 8 a.m. batch. So when you clearly mention, you will be able to get the meeting ID, and make sure you check the spam. Sometimes whatever the mails we are sending, it directly goes to the spam. Make sure that it is not there in the spam. Still, if you don't get it, so you have my number, right? You ping me by Sunday afternoon or evening, saying that, sir, I want to get Power BI no meeting ID. I'm from 8 a.m. batch. Okay, guys. So the meeting ID will change. Okay, now let us understand one more point here. So I wanted to quickly go to Power BI desktop. Let me go here. I wanted to close and I wanted to get some data. So how to get the data? Either you can go transform data, and if you don't want to transform data, we can also directly use Excel workbook here, because I'm in Power BI desktop. I don't want to transform data. Simply click on Excel workbook, and I wanted to get AdventureWorks retail data. So all this data files available to you. I wanted to use this AdventureWorks data. Now it is asking me, it is going to be loading the data now. Okay, so I have a customer table, I have a DimDate table, I have products table, sales table. I wanted to get only the sales table. I don't need remaining data. I don't need remaining tables. Take only sales table. Now load and transform load. You observe. When you load, it is not going to be sending this data to Power Query. When you say transform data, it is opening Power Query. It is going to be opening Power Query and loading data to the Power Query. How many rows get loaded there? Only 1,000 rows gets loaded there. And you apply all ETL steps, and you wanted to again come back to Power Pivot. So I don't want to apply any transformations. So I simply click on load now. Now I wanted to load. That's it. So without going to Power Query, I simply use this. Otherwise, always we go to transform data, and it opens a Power Query window. Again, we use Excel, blah, blah, blah. So we are now bypassing or skipping the step and going here and directly getting the data and loading it here, because I don't want to apply any Power Query ETL steps. So if I don't want to do any ETL steps, why to open Power Query and say close and apply? That is one step extra I wanted to cut it, so that the step is extra that I would like to cut it. Clear? So I am planning to load this data to this model. Today we understand beautiful points and interesting points, guys. And please concentrate and carefully you watch it. Now I have some sales data, right? So what are the columns? Currency key, customer key. Let me show you my Adventure Works retail data. So I have a lot of tables in it, right? Now, so I have a customer table, products table, sales table, product key. What is the product? And when it is got ordered, order date, due date, and ship date. Ship date means when it is got shipped. Customer key, who purchased it, currency key, and what currency in which the payment is done. So sales date key, number, order detail, order quantity, what is the unit price, extended amount. We don't understand because as a technical person, I don't understand these column names. Who can understand? Business users who are the part of the business. They know what is this data. But for us, it is some data, right? So even though I have 20 years of industry experience, I don't understand some companies' data, right? To understand the data, you need to ask them because technical people will understand technical terminologies. You understand what is one to one, what is many to one, but you don't understand what is the meaning of ordered, extended amount. Do you understand anything? You don't understand this data. But definitely, you need to know what is this column for if you wanted to know. Otherwise, leave it. Okay, so a lot of columns are available. You never try to understand the complete columns. You'll go mad because we are not from the business angle. If you're a manager in the business, you understand what is this column for. You're not a manager. You're a technical guy. You're a BI guy. You don't know what is this column for. Clear? You don't know what is the column for. You never worry about the column names. You never worry about this. What is that they need? So we understood some sales amount. We understand what is the tax amount, what is the freight amount, blah blah blah. So I have some data. Okay, now what is that I wanted to do? I wanted to load this data, load it. Same data. How many rows I have? Let me go back and show you. It is having so much of data. How many rows we have? To get that, where we need to go? We need to go to this. Okay, this is based data modeling. Data modeling already we have done. Now what are we doing? Enhancing data modeling means what? Creating a new column or creating a new measure, right? And after that, what are we doing? Now, the next one is today we're going to be understanding why we need to create a new table. So this is what we are going to understand today. Creating a new table and writing DAX as part of blah blah blah. Clear? So enhancing data modeling means creating a new column, creating a new measure, creating a new table. Why we need to create a new table? And everywhere in all tables, if you wanted to get some extra formulas and everything, we're going to be writing DAX functions. Clear? So DAX means what? Data analytical expressions, which are very simple. We are keep writing these functions. These are not very complex. Am I clear? Now I wanted to understand the number of rows in this table. If you wanted to know, you need to click on this. When you click on this, you will be able to understand number of rows. So we could see the number of tables, right? So number of rows you can get it very easily. The count you can see it here. So select the table here, step number one. Step number two, click on this. Step number three, you could see number of count. Clear? So like that, any table row count you should be able to get it with the help of this one. Now, in the Power Query, what is the data get loaded? Only 1000 rows. So when you click on apply, close and apply, then all the data will get loaded. So during the time, all the ETL operations are going to be performed. Clear? It may take a lot of time to load large amount of data. So after loading the data, it is going to be creating relationship. Now it is going to be compressing the data, and whatever the DAX expressions that you wanted to create, now you can create it. Now everything is ready. Later, we're going to be working with visualizations, right? So this is the last thing that we are discussing. Okay. Once we create a DAX for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then after that, the last portion that we're going to be working on visualizations and everything. So we have some 10, 15 classes are available. Clear? So after that, I'm going to be taking data warehousing concepts for 1 week. Okay. So after this, you will have data warehousing concepts. So for SSIS people and Power BI people will get combined, and I'll create same time. Okay. Same time we'll have 8 o'clock only we'll have, or any other time if it permits, or we'll try to put it everything in 8 o'clock batch so that we can have you people will be there and SSIS guys also going to come. So we'll have 1 week, we'll discuss, completely data warehousing concepts. Clear? So then we create a tabular model cube. So all these things still pending. So DAX is going to get over. So mid of the next week, because tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we don't have classes, guys. Remember this. So now the first question, why we have to create why we have to create a new table. So that is the question. Let me quickly go back. Now I have the sales table. This is a transactional table. I have 60,000 plus rows are available. Now somebody wanted to know what is the total sales amount. I double click on it. Now to get that sales amount, there is a sales amount. I can drag and drop it here. Okay. Now it is a 29.36 million sales. 1 million is equivalent to what? 10 lakhs. Clear? So if you wanted to have like this, it is there in the millions. Okay. Now I wanted to know year-wise sales. If I wanted to get year-wise sales, I have a order date. I have an order date. I should be able to get year-wise sales. But do you have year number here? You don't have year number. So if you need year-wise sales, what we need to do? We have to again apply a new column. I go here. I wanted to get a year number. So year wise sales, because year number is not there. So what normally we do, if year number is not there, I wanted to create a new column. Now to get the year number, to get the year number. So I go, so order year number. There is a function called year function, which is going to be taking order date. Okay, which is going to be taking order date. So I wanted to get this and press enter. Press enter. I should be able to get order year number. So in this year, how many orders I got it, or I wanted to know what is the sales amount. I go back to visualization. Now this time I wanted to create one chart. Let me control Z. Let me go and drag and drop this. Now let me put the borders and everything. So come down, have the border. So go here and come down. Border is on. Just go there and click on this. Drag and drop year. Where is the year number? I'm able to get order year somewhere, right? So where is that? Order date, order year number. Drag and drop something here. And I wanted to get sales amount. What is the sales amount? You are going to be getting sales amount. Now when you go here, order number is don't sum. Okay, it is. So what is that? It is added. Sales amount and order number. Why it is going order year number? Let me drag and drop order year number. All these things we have to. Okay. So I have some data here. Year wise sales. Let me bring it here and maximize this. Okay. I wanted to maximize this, or let me create like this. which one you could easily understand that we can have it, not this. Okay. So I wanted to create something like this and year number, and this is the amount I wanted to have it. So I'm able to get this data. Now I go there and do some formatting and everything. X-axis on, Y-axis on, data label is on, what is the total sales, and increase this. Okay. And increase this sales. This is a 3.3. Year 2005, this is the sales. 2006, this is the sales. So I'm able to get year-wise sales. There is no problem at all. Now, I wanted to get not only order year-wise, I wanted to know how many products got shipped, okay, or how many products are due. So using due date year-wise, I wanted to get one more, this one, what is called year number. So this time I wanted to create a year number based on due date or ship date. I wanted to know ship date year number or ship date year number wise, number of products shipped or what is the sales amount using the ship date. Clear? So I have a date here, I have a date here, I have a date here, I have a date here. So I can use and get the year number. I can use and get the year number. I can use this and get the year number. So I need this time ship date year number wise. So again, I need to go back and create one more formula. What is the formula? Go to new column. Now, this time I wanted to understand. Okay, I want to understand ship date year number. Ship date year number. Year number. So how to use this? You need to use a function called year function. Then use what is the column name? Ship date. So use this and I'm able to click. Now I'm able to get this one more. Clear? One more. Again, I wanted to get order year number. Okay, or order quarter wise. Ship date quarter wise, due date quarter wise. So I should be able to get lot of things. What are the things? Many times the end user wanted to know what is the year wise sales, semester wise sales. Clear? And quarter wise sales, month wise sales, week wise sales, day wise sales, weekday sales, weekend sales. All these things they wanted to have in the reports. But if they have only one ship date or one order date column, so we can get it. But if you have a lot of columns like ship date, due date, this date, that date, so what you need to create? You have to create quarter number, year number, month number, day number, each and everything to be created separately for each and every column. So if I have a one column, I can create, but how many columns I have? I have order date. So I need to have all the values. What is the meaning of values? Year number, quarter number, month number, semester number, all these things to be calculated for this guy, calculated for this guy, calculated for this guy. I'll go mad. I'll go mad, and later I go to visualization. I use them here. So drag and drop order date, quarter number, order date, year number, order date, this one. Again, due date, quarter wise, due date, year wise, due date, month wise, due date, this one. Again, I have one more column, ship date, year wise, ship date, month wise. So I don't want to create many columns and, create this kind of an issues. Clear? So, one problem is that it is going to be occupying a large amount of space. Okay. I don't want to create this kind of a, dirty or, unnecessary data. So what I do, I use my own intelligence. I'm coming up with one more solution. Okay. I'm coming up with one more solution. The solution is called as create one more table. What is that I am planning to create? I am planning to create one more table. Normally, in data warehouse, okay, so you never know what is a data warehouse, but I spoken. Data warehouse means in simple terms, large database. That's it, which is going to be having historical data. of the company, and which is large amount of data. In this, we have dimension tables and fact tables. So as of now, you understand only this. What is a dimension table? We'll discuss later. What is a fact table? We'll discuss later. What do you mean by historical data? Everything we'll discuss later. But let me give you some simple brief about data warehousing. Read only data. Okay. So data warehouse means what? Large database only. Database means what? It is a Oracle database, or maybe SQL Server database, or maybe Teradata database. Any RDBMS you can use it. Teradata or MySQL, something like this. MySQL is a small database actually. We have Netezza from IBM. IBM is having one more database called DB2. Okay. You can use all these things and you can store one company's data. Oracle, SQL Server, Teradata, Netezza, but large database. For example, I see this is my SQL Server. You can see this is a normal OLTP database. What is this? It is a data warehousing database. They'll put only this OLTP data. They have taken and dumped this data into data warehousing. How did you move? Because of ETL packages. We take the data from here. We create a lot of SSIS packages. We are going to be data into where? Into the data warehousing permanently when you have terabytes of data and everything. Clear? So this is also database. Database will have a tables. What kind of a tables? The table names are called as a dimension tables and fact tables. What is a dimension? What is a fact? We can understand later. Dimension table, dimension table. So this database is not given by me, given by Microsoft to us for learning purpose. This is OLTP database. This is OLAP database or data warehousing database. It is a database, first of all. You need to understand. So how to create a data warehousing from scratch, everything we can learn later. It is 1 week class that I'm going to be conducting later. Clear? So if you have any data warehouse, so you have this kind of a tables. Now, let us say, forget about data warehouse. Let us talk about, let us say Amazon we have, right? So we have a customer table, we have a product table, and we have a sales table. These are the tables. Now I'm taking only the sales table, but the problem is that sales table has a lot of data, ship date, due date, this date, that date. But I wanted to analyze my data with the help of year number, quarter number, semester number, this number, that number. So I wanted to create a date table. So normally we are going to be calling this as a dimension date. Clear? Dimension means which is a data warehousing naming convention. So these tables are called what? Dimension customer. So this is a dimension product. This is what is called fact. Why it is fact? Why it is dimension? You don't worry about now. Or if you're having a confusion, just delete them. Don't worry. Okay. Simply you say sales table. So I wanted to create one date table. If you're getting confused, simply you say date table. So what are the columns I would like to have it? I will have a, let me give a dim date. I would like to give date, and I would like to give year number. I would like to write semester number. I wanted to write quarter number and month number and month name, and I wanted to get week number, and I wanted like to get day number, and I wanted to have day name. Okay. I wanted to create one more table called dim date or simply date table. I wanted to have these columns here. Clear? Now, what is the data I wanted to insert? That is the when is that business started? For example, when is the first sales happened? So how do you get the first sales in the sales table? I'll go here. Now you go and you sort the date based on this column. How to sort it? So we have a sorting. So sort the oldest to newest. So expand it. Why? So, or you can also click on the filter. Click on the filter. It will give you okay, this is the first date. Now, instead of going here, let me go back here. I wanted to know when is the first date happened. So Where is that? Okay, I will go order a date. Now I'll go here, click on this. The first sales is happened 1st July 2005. The last date is, what is the last date sales? 29th March. So according to my data, the first sale, when is the business started? 1st July 2005. Okay. So the sales table is having the first order is July 1st, 2005. Okay. Two, what is the last sales happened? Last sales happened. The data is, the last sales is 29th March 2008. Okay. So March 29th, or you can say March 30, 2008. So this is the data I have it. Clear? So in this table, what normally we do, we take this as a first date. Clear? And we store the data. So what is the data? 2005 July and 1st. Clear? Now this is the first date. So what is the year number now? Year number will be 2005, and semester is July, second semester, quarter is third quarter, and the month number is 7, and the month name is July, and the week number, let us say some 37, and the day number is first, and the day name, let us say it is a Thursday. I don't know, it may be Thursday, something like this, and month name, blah blah blah. So this is the first day. So you have to fill in continuous dates. Clear? The next date will be July 2nd. Okay. The next will be July 3rd. Next will be July 4th. Next will be July 5th. It will go up to, what is the last date? Last date is at 2008 March. Okay. That is month number 3 and 30. You are going to be continuously loading this data. You're continuously loading this data, and along with that you load the remaining data as well. So you have to create one table. In that table you need to have date, year number, semester number, blah blah blah. Now let us say one sales is happened. What is the sales? We will have a column called customer ID, and which product he purchased it, what is the order date, and what is the sales amount, and what is the tax amount, blah blah blah, what is the ship date, blah blah blah. So customer ID, let us say 10, product, let us say 1233, order date, let us say July July 2nd, 2005, or let me take like this. Okay, the order date is this. Sales amount. What is the sales amount? Sales amount is $10,000. Tax amount is 234. Now, if I wanted to know what is the sales happened, so what normally we do? We take this table, this column, we're going to be joining with this column, or we're going to be taking this and joining with this. When we join this and this, remaining columns we should be able to get very, very easily. When I join this one and this one, so data is getting matched. Now I can get year number, semester number, quarter number, this one, that one, very, very easily. Tomorrow you may have a ship date. When the product got shipped, it purchased on this date, it is shipped on, let us say, the date on, let us say 4th. Clear? So 4th means again, so on this date, we'll have all these things. A day, the semester July, day number is 4th, and the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it may be a Sunday or Monday, right? So something like this, I'm going to be adding. Now I wanted to map this and this, and I can easily get year number, semester number, when the product got shipped in 2005, and which are the product got shipped on Sunday. So I simply join this and join this. I wanted to know the product which is shipped on Sunday. I am not extracting the data now. I am not extracting the data. Otherwise, what you need to do, you need to have a day name, ship date name. Okay, ship date name, you need to have it. Create a DAX formula, format, blah blah blah. You will be able to get Sunday. You store everything. Then you do a lot of other circus. That I don't want to do it. Now I wanted to create this kind of a table, load the data. Simply what I do, I join this and this, or I join this and this. I should be able to get all the remaining values. Clear? So this is one extra table that you have to either create or you have to check with your customer, because customer is going to be giving you sales table. So customer also will have a date and time table. Clear? So you ask the customer, sir, do you have a date table in your database? No, customer says, what is date table? I never use. Our developers are going to be, implementing, their code only. They are not created any date and time table, means forget about it. But we know, I don't want to create a year number separately, quarter number separately with the help of DAX expressions. But even though you create, we don't have only order date. We have ship date, due date, this date, that date. For each and everything, you need to create, year numbers. So I don't want to create, those columns separately. I create a separate table called DimDate table, and the date in which the business is started, that will be the first row, and the last row will be when the business got ended, because I have the data till 2008. So what normally we do, we populate this table. Okay, you ask first customer, sir, do you have any table? Customer says, I don't have any table. Okay, but now I have a table called dim date table. Okay, so full date, or you can say simple date column, year number, semester number, quarter number. This is populated. This is populated. So you can use this table. If customer says, I don't have any table, then you need to create one table. You assume you don't have any table now. You have to create new table. Where? Here. You need to create a new table, because we have only sales table. Now I wanted to create one more table called what? New table. To create a new table, so when you go to here, there is an option called new table. Have you seen this? So this is what. Okay. We knew what is the measure we discussed already, and a quick measure also we'll see later. And new column also we discussed already. Now I am discussing about where in this why we have to create a new table. Now you know what is the table you need to create. The customer does not have dim date table. What is the table contains? Year number, quarter number, month wise, blah blah blah. I don't have this kind of a table with the customer. Customer is giving you only one table, and he said you create one more table and you do whatever you wanted to have it. I don't know what is the technical issues that you have. I don't know. I don't have any other table, but give me, year wise calculations for the ship date, due date, and the tax date, order date. I need different calculations. You achieve something, right? So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create a new table. So that is what we're going to be using. Clear? Now you go to this. Now I wanted to go to new table. If you create a table, table will have a column, right? What is a table name that you want to create? I would like to create a dim data table. Okay, very good. Now within the table you should have at least one column, right? If you're creating a table, so what is the table we're planning to create now? We're planning to create a table called dim data table. This is the table name, but at least one column has to be there. I am going to be creating a column with date. Okay, now what is the starting date I would like to give, and what is the ending date I would like to give, right? Because you have to create a blank table and populate the data as well. So what I'm trying to use, I am trying to use a function called calendar function. And in the calendar function, I need to insert start date and end date. Clear? If you give these two values, calendar function is going to be populating the data, and it is going to be creating a column name called date. Okay, so it is going to be creating a column called date, and calendar function is going to be loading data to start date and end date. So what is the start date I wanted to give? I wanted to see, I am able to see what is the minimum date. Minimum date, this is the minimum date. What is the maximum date? This, but future sales also may come, right? So I wanted to give this one. So this is the one value. I wanted to supply one more value. I would like to supply is 2020. So future, after that you may also get some kind of a date. Clear? So when I supply, when I use calendar function, if I give start date and end date, why I'm giving 2020? Because I may get, one more Excel sheet tomorrow. It may contain 2009, 10, 11 sales. So I wanted to have uh, that sales also to be analyzed later, right? So what function I'm going to be using? Calendar function. So this is what the first function I'm going to be using. What is the function I'm going to be using? Calendar function, which is going to be taking what is the starting date, what is the ending date. So what is the starting date? According to this, we're going to be taking, let us say 2005. So July or January, whatever you would like to have it, you can give, and you can give 2020, blah blah blah. So this is what you must know. So I'm going to be using the first function, date and time functions. So I'm going to be creating a new table. Why we need to create a new table, I clearly explained. The next one I'm explaining how to create and populate the data. So create a dim time table or a dim, date table, and how to populate the data. Clear? So that is what we're explaining. So now I go here. I'm planning to use a calendar function. Let me go here. So this is the what? Table name. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use calendar. So when I say calendar, it is telling me what is the start date and end date. I'm going to be saying date. So I'm going to be giving year number and month number, comma 1, and comma. I'm going to be writing a date and the 2020, comma, month number here, and the day number, and close. Okay, so starting date, ending date, I'm going to be supplying. Starting date, ending date, I'm supplying, and I'm using a function called calendar, and press enter. That's it. Okay, if you see carefully, what is the column name? Column name I did not give. Column name, it is created automatically. What is the first date? This is the first date. What is the end date? You can see continuous date: 1st January, 2nd January, 3rd January, 4th January. Totally 5088 rows got loaded. Clear? Totally 5084 data got loaded, but it is loaded only the first column. Remaining column, can you create? Yes, I should be able to create remaining columns. What are the remaining columns? Year number, semester number, quarter number, month name, day number, week number. So lot of things we can create. So that is anyhow we should be able to do it with the help of this. Now it is very simple. When you have this data, creating is very much easy for you. How to create a year number? Very simple. Now we are here. Now I would like to create a year number column. You go to new column. You go to new column. Now I wanted to create year number. So year number. Now how to create? We can use year function. Year function. In that you need to pass the column name. What is the column name? Date. Not this date. You need to dim date. Okay. So press enter. So year function is going to be bringing you year number. So this is what we are talking about, year. Okay. If you wanted to get year number from a given date, you need to use year and supply the date of joining, date, order date, any date column you can supply. So that is what. The next one is quarter number, month number. So the next one I wanted to have it is new column. Next one, I would like to have a quarter number. So you can say Q2R number. Now you say QUA quarter and supply date. Why date? Because the column name itself is a date, not this date. You need to say date date from DimDate table. Many people will come to me, sir, it is not working. It is a function. Remember this, it is a function. If you observe carefully. So I don't want to use that function here. I wanted to use the column name. So close the bracket. You will be able to get the quarter number. Quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four, remain all the quarters you will be able to get it. But the customers will ask you, I don't need Q1. I wanted to say Q1, Q2, Q3, so Q4. I don't need these numbers. So I would like to concatenate a Q. I would like to concatenate a Q and create one more column called quarter name. So quarter number we have created. Now I wanted to create something called as a quarter name. So how to get it? You know how to get it now. I need not tell you. So you need to concatenate something, right? So you go to new column. So what is the column name? Quarter name. So you go here, Q2R NM. NM means name. And you come here, you are going to be using either concatenate function. So in that you use quarter number. Okay. And you need to concatenate what? To this. You need to concatenate double quotes. What you need to concatenate? Q. And press enter. Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, you will be able to get. This is what is called quarter name. Q1, Q2, Q3. Now, after that, I wanted to create a semester number, semester name, new column. So how to get a semester number or semester name? It is very, very simple. You click on this. Why it is telling me something? Okay, quarter name. It is done. I wanted to go here and I would like to. Oh, it got copied. So that is the reason it's giving me. It is not this one semester number. So semester number, how do I write it? So what is the semester one? Semester one means quarter one, quarter two called as a semester one, quarter three, quarter four called as semester number two. Now we can use if quarter number less than or equals to 2, then it is a quarter number 1, else it is quarter number 2, right? So we can populate the data using this one, okay? Semester 1 and semester 2, so we have like this, semester 1 and 2. Now I want to have one more new column. This is semester name, SEM semester name. So here I will say concatenate. Concatenate what? S. S for semester plus I would like to have semester number. I would like to concatenate. So you will be able to get S1, S2, S3, S4. So this is the meaning of name. Clear? Semester name. So I wanted to get a month number. Go column new. How to get a month number? Getting a month number, we can say month number. Now we can use a month function, give date, not this date, column name. Okay. you will be able to get this one, right? So month number is available. You should be able to get all unique month numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And a month name, I want to have it. If I wanted to have a month name, I go here, new column. Okay, new column. I wanted to get month NM name. So you don't have a function called a month name. Month is there, but month name is not there. If you wanted to get a month name, year, quarter, month, week, day, we have. End of month, date, diff. But we don't have a month name. If you wanted to get a month name, day name, we must use a function called format. Clear? We are going to be using a function called what? Format. So this is what it is going to be, used. So I wanted to use a function called format. So month name, we don't have it. We have a format function that I'm going to be using. What is that you would like to supply? Date. So using the date, what is that you need? I need month name. So you can say M. When you type these four, you should be able to get month name. Okay. The complete month name will be given January, February, March, April, May, June. I don't need complete month name. I need only the first three letters. You have to give three M's. When you give three M's, you should be able to give only the abbreviated month name, Jan, Feb, something like this, not the complete ones, something like this. Clear? I need not the two M's, I need only two M's. When you put two M's, you will be able to get the number, month number. Clear? So 0101 blah 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 like this. Okay. If you say single M, you say single M. Now instead of a 01, you will be able to get one. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like that. So I need abbreviated or I need the complete one that you decide. You planning to put month number and month name. So next one, I would like to have new column. Next one, you wanted to have a new column. So after that, I would like to use week number. So for the week number purpose, we have a week function that is available week. Okay, week number. Week number. I wanted to say what is the week number here. So I need to use date column, not the date function. Date column, and you should be able to get the week number. Okay, week number one, week number two, blah blah blah. So like that. Then week name will not be there. Do you have a day number and day name? So you have a day number. So day number, the function is called as day, and you need to supply date. So date function, date column name, that is what you need to select and press. So it will give you date. Okay, but I don't need day number. I need name of the date. Clear? Now for that, go to new column. So day NM, day name. So I'll say there is no day name. If you see, there is no day name function. A day function is there, but I want to use a format. Okay, format date. Date. What is that you would like to have? I wanted to have D. So when I say like this, I'm going to be getting what is called the day name. If you need only the abbreviated shorten, you remove one day, you will be able to get sun, man, something like this. Only abbreviated, day names are given. If you need full one, you can be able to put. If you remove one more thing, it will be able to give you the number. Give the number. right? So like that, whatever you want to have it, that you can give it. So format function we can use like that. Format function we can use like that. Clear? So press enter. Now it is also got added. So the table is ready. The table is ready. We have created a table. We have created a table with what calendar function. If you observe carefully, this is a function. This is a function I'm using. Inside this function, I'm also using one more function called a date function. This is also one more function. What is the function? It is date. So this is going to be taking, what it is going to be taking, year number, comma, month number, comma, day number. It is going to be taking and returning a date. How the date will be 2005, 01 and 01. So you have to supply comma separated values to this function, the date function. Date function is returning a date value. Clear? So what is the date function? Date function is going to be used. It is going to be taking a year number separately, comma, month number separately, comma, day number separately, and it is going to be giving you a date and time value. So here also I'm using the start date and month date. So date is the function which is going to be taking year number separately, comma, month number separately, comma, day number separately. Using this, it is going to be giving you a date and time value. Clear? That is the need of date function I'm going to be using. So where is the date function available? Date function I have used within my this is the where I have used date function. Have you seen carefully what date is doing? It is taking a comma separated values and returning a date and time value. So that is what is called this date function. This date and this date is the same. Clear? So date function is going to be taking what? Year number separately, comma month number separately, comma day number separately, and it will create a date and time value, and it is going to be getting inserted there. Clear? So that is the what is the need for date and date function. Clear? So I have used within calendar date. Now my table is ready. That's it. When the table is ready, whatever visualization you wanted to do it, you can do it very, very neatly. Now you have two tables. You have table number one, you have table number two, right? So once you create these tables, you have to tell Power BI, hey Power BI, it is my date and time table. You right click on this, you mark date table as, it is very, very important thing. You need to do it. Mark this table as date and time table. Clear? So that is what it is telling me. Date column. What column you would like to have it? Date column. Select a column to be used for the date. The column must be of the data type date, must contain only unique values, blah, 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 and validate successfully. Click on OK. Okay. So once you create a date and time table, you need to tell Power BI, hey Power BI, this is a date and time table. And in this, you have three things to understand. All the data is unique. All the data in this column is unique. Unique means no duplicates. Okay. All the data is unique. Unique means no duplicated data, no dupes, and no nulls. Clear? No nulls. Whenever you wanted to mark as a date and time, these three conditions must be true. What is that? The date column should have unique values. Unique values means no nulls and no duplicated data. Everything is unique value, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah, blah, blah. All the data that is unique data means no duplicate data and no null values. When you have these three parameters, then you can go and create or mark this as a date table. That's very, very important. So that is what we have to do it once you create a table. Clear? Now I have these two tables. Now you go to modeling. So I need to join these two tables, right? Because if I don't join the table, I cannot, get this data and map. So definitely you should be able to go and create this date, and you have a due date or you have order date, right? That you need to map it. Due date to, or order date, this date to this date, date to order date. I want to map it. Okay, so map it. Double click on this. You can see I've created two columns. Let me delete first. I don't want to create. So double click on this. I have created a sales to dim date based on this date to order date. Order date to this date. It is many to one relationship done. Created. Now you go, you create any visualizations. Okay. I wanted to get year-wise dates. So double click on this. Now you go, and whatever you want to have it, you should be able to create a beautiful, visualization. You go to the dim date, get the year number separately. Now you wanted to go to sales table. So I wanted to get tax amount or sales amount separately. We should be able to get the proper data. Clear? So tomorrow I wanted to have, this is year number using what? Order date. Tomorrow you wanted to have ship date. Simply you have to go there and change the relationship here, right? So we have this relationship. So tomorrow, if you're planning to join with this order date, so order date or plan date, whatever the relationships that you want to create, we can create. You can get semester wise, quarter wise, year wise, that wise, this wise, whatever you want to have, you should be able to go and use these tables. If you want to create a visualization and that is getting data from multiple tables, means that should have a proper primary key and foreign key relationship that we have created. Now you can drag and drop. You can drag and drop whatever you would like to drag and drop and get the data. Now semester wise sales, this wise sales, that wise sales, whatever you want to have it, you should be able to easily create. Clear? Now I want to go and create a matrix report. So where is matrix here? So this is the matrix report. Whatever you would like to create. Maxes mean. So what is the column data? What is the rows data you would like to have it? So I wanted to have year wise. Then I say semester name wise. Then quarter name wise. Okay. Then month name wise. And I wanted to have sales amount. Come down. I wanted to have sales amount data or tax amount data. Drag and drop into values. Okay. So that is what I want to have it. What is happened? Getting stuck. I wanted to take one category, some category also I would like to have it. So any category we have it here. Let me take a product name, product number, customer key. Okay, it is going to be giving you some data. Now let me quickly go back here, and I wanted to go here and the grid. I want to increase the grid level to 15 here, and now see, it is going to be giving you year wise, a product wise, the data it is going to be bringing, and we can create a lot of drilling down and drilling through options. Okay, that option is available here. It is going to be giving you year wise, below that semester wise. Okay, so all these things we'll discuss later as part of our visualizations. Clear? So if you want to create year wise, month wise, this wise, that wise, this side, okay, we can create category wise, subcategory wise, product wise sales. If you want to create like this, we can create a dim date table, and with a sales table, you should be able to create a beautiful thing like this. Clear? Now, the problem in this table now, I'm using this table. With the help of a calendar function, I'm able to derive lot of data. What is the maximum date? Total, I got this much of rows. Okay. Starting date is 2005, and my data, I'm having only 2008 data. Okay. So after that, there is no sales happened. Sales is no sales. Even though no sales is happened, I have added data till 2020. So when you're storing the data but not using, what is the meaning of that? The meaning is you are wasting power pivot space. Clear? You have 2005 and 2008. That's it. Sales beyond this not there. So, but in your dim timetable, you have loaded the data till 2020. When you load 2020, number of rows got loaded 5,884 rows. But are we using after 2008? We are not using it. But first question, why are we loading the data beyond 2008? I wanted to stop. I would like to start here. I would like to stop it here. Okay. I don't want to supply the date values like this automatically. Power BI should be able to identify first date value, last date value, and populate this one. Clear? That purpose, we are going to be using one more one more function called calendar auto. Very important function. What calendar auto is going to be doing? Calendar auto is not taking any parameters. Okay. Which is going to be taking all the date and time values of your transaction table. What is your transaction table here? It is a sales table. In the sales table, we have order date, we have a due date, we have a ship date, right? So these three values it is going to be scanning through. It is going to be finding it out what is the minimum date, and it will go and find out what is the maximum date. Clear? So minimum date it is going to be passing here. Maximum date also it is going to be passing here. It is going to be creating a table with that values. If we have 10 columns, due date, ship date, month date, sales date, order date. It is going to be scanning through all the transactional tables, and the minimum date it is going to be supplying here, or like this. The maximum date is going to be supplying like this. We need not supply anything. So this is what is called calendar auto. Clear? Very important question and to be question. So let me create one more table. I have used calendar. This time I would like to create a new table with calendar auto. Clear? Now I go, what is the table name? Table name, dim date. Let me say auto. It is auto table, dim date auto. I would like to use calendar. This time not calendar, calendar auto. Press enter. Okay, which is going to be taking automatically. What is the transaction table that I have? It is going to be going to this table and creating. See now, already I have pressed enter. Automatically data got loaded. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? So if you go to sales, if you go to the sales, now what is the minimum value? What is the minimum value? You go there, the minimum value is July 1st. Okay, what is the maximum value? Maximum value is 29th March. Okay, now if you see, if you go to dim date auto, what is the minimum value? Minimum value is January 1st. What is the maximum value? It is 27. So the data you have only till this, I think. Okay, it is going to be loaded. Search for more values. Okay, it is going to get some more values, but it's not bringing, I think. Okay, now whatever be the minimum value there, minimum value is 2005. Okay, 2005. So 1st of July when the business is started. The maximum value we have it here 2008, some uh, 29th March. Clear? So which is going to be taking this and starting the values with first one 2005. Okay, it is did not start with the July. It is starting with 1/1/2005. It is going to end with 2008 and it will go till December 31st December it is going to be loading. So minimum value, maximum value, it is going to be scanning through from this table and going not only one column. We have lot of columns, so ship date and order date, due date. So all these things it's going to be scanning, getting the minimum value and getting the maximum value, and it is going to be taking the year number and adding Jan first and loading the data. It is going to be taking the Jan data and loading it till what 2008. And it is going to be taking even it is a 29th March. It's going to be adding 31st, December data. So without having what? Without having much space. Now, how many rows we have? 1,461 rows. Earlier, we had 5,883 rows. Clear? So, people would ask you, what is the difference between calendar auto, calendar function? You can say calendar auto is always faster, quicker, and whatever be the data that is there in the transactional table, based on the transaction table dates, it's going to be picking up minimum value, maximum value, and creating a function. Then later you can create year number, month number, semester number. The process is the same, but you have to mark this as. So you need to mark this as what? You need to tell the Power BI. This is what mark as table as mark as date and table. Clear? So you can use select one column which should not have duplicated data, which should not have null values, we should not have any other duplicates. Unique values we should contain. So that column you need to select and create and mark this column as a date and time table. Clear? So these are the things we discussed. So calendar auto, date, format today now, and we have a few more functions. End of month, date of death. This we'll discuss on Monday. So tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we don't have class. It will take only 5 minutes to discuss, but I don't want to discuss now. So this is very important interview question. Difference between calendar and calendar auto. Remaining columns you need to add year column, quarter column, month column, week column. You can add it into this table. Clear? So date we discussed, format we discussed today. Now remaining things we'll discuss. End of month and date diff we'll discuss later. If you have any questions, you are welcome. Clear? So we completed date and time functions. Next will be math and statistical functions that will be seeing on Monday. So tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I'm traveling. I'm not there, guys. And you will get new meeting ID by Monday. If you don't get it, just ping me. And before ping me, just check your spam once. If it is not there, just ping me. Okay? You will be able to get new meeting ID for Monday's class. Thank you so much, guys. Any other questions?